Hey, this is Nessyp of Nessyp Entertainment, and I hear an echo. I don't know if that's me or not. But anyway, we are welcome you guys to hear the Nessyp Entertainment, and I am here with Miss Andreda Baker. Welcome, my dear.
Thank you. Hey, Nisi, how you doing?
I'm fine. I love her. She's just got such that bubbly personality, that just keeps you going. Miss Baker. Okay, so tell us what you do. Because I don't want to say what you do because I want you to tell everybody what you do.
Okay, that's cool. So my name is Andreda Baker, and I own A Baker Virtual Services. And what I do is I'm a virtual assistant for a business to business. It's a business to business, if that makes sense. So what I do is I help other businesses to be able to do their administration work or administrative work. I also help build websites. I help set up social media network or manage and maintain their social media network. Anything that is in the administrative computer technology field are the things that I do.
See, you are just a wealth of information. How on earth how were you able to put all of this together and start a business with this?
Well, to be honest, I am a very resourceful person, and since I've been a teenager, I saw the need for people needing help. So
Okay.
the very first place I worked at was right down the street from my home. It was a little Black-owned cell phone company, and I was like 15. I would go in there every day and ask the guy, I'd be like, "You need some help? Can I come in here? Can I work in your store?" And he'd be like, "I don't really have nothing." So eventually, he
Okay.
actually gave in, and he hired me and one of a schoolmate of mine to
Mhm.
work in there. And so I was selling cell phones and pagers. That's kind of dating me, but cell phones and pagers.
I remember I had one of those.
Also would help him with the promoting and creating flyers and things like that. And as
Mhm.
time went by, I would go to different Black-owned businesses or just small businesses and see, hey, these people need some help with this. And I'd be like, hey guys, I'll help you. And I would do it for free. If a meal, a discount on something or whatever.
Okay.
It just was my passion to help people. And so I had just been like, what am I going to do? I've been working in customer service. My full time is in customer service for over 20 years. So I'm a people helper all the way around. So when all this hit, the COVID hit,
Mhm.
George Floyd was murdered.
Right.
Saw the womb ad for the Black Business Boot Camp. And I was like, all right, I think I should try this. I was like, fingers crossed, I'm hoping. And I applied and I got some foundation and I was like, okay, this is my thing. This is what I'm going to do.
Well, I know you guys saw me shake my head when she said the womb women owned minority businesses. I was in that group and that's how we met. And I love that group. If you
Yes.
want to learn how to do your business right, look for womb. Go on Facebook, look at WOMB and just
Yes.
go from there, man. It is just an awesome group.
Absolutely. I'm gonna add a quick plug too. So I have been to plenty of small business associations meetings on how to create your business plan and things like that and how to start
Mhm.
a business. But I never got a wealth of information like I did from the womb to boot camp.
Right.
It was definitely worth the time that I invested in it, and it was relatable. So she's not giving us any new information, but she just made it relatable for us to be like, okay, these are things we need to think about. So
Yeah.
it definitely, if you guys are trying to start a business, I will get with the womb.
And her name is Maya Lynn Harris, you guys. Maya Lynn Harris, you guys.
Yeah.
She is just awesome. You just have so much information just running around in there. What keeps you going? Because you just seem like I got it all together. I'm doing this and I'm doing this. I know that you have a family and stuff. How do you keep going?
Well, first of all, our circle meetings are very helpful. Having other women entrepreneurs around me is so helpful. The fact that I do have children, I have two small children and a teenager,
Mhm.
and knowing that one, I want to homeschool, or I homeschool my 15-year-old now, but I want to homeschool all three of my children.
Okay.
Two, just knowing that generally we are not taught to be business owners. We're not taught to use our brain to think outside of the corporate world.
Right.
So I want to give my daughters a example of what you can do. Just because you're a business owner doesn't mean that your income is limited. It means your income is unlimited.
Right.
And unlearning the things that we have learned in school, like it's great to be able to work for somebody to get the foundation, the experience. But for me, I can't do it anymore. I need to be my own boss. I need to be in control of my own time. So those are the things that motivate me to get up early or stay up late and get the job done.
Wow. That is just on previous conversations that you and I have had. You just seem to be so organized. And it amazes me how you keep all of that together. It really does.
I try to be organized, because if you're not organized, you don't know what's going on. So that is like my major goal. Like I am very good at organizing other people.
Okay.
My own personal life, I have to work hard at that. Like I'm good at giving people advice. And a lot of people, if they were say, well, tell me one thing about Andreda, the two things I know they would say is, one, that I'm very resourceful. I always have some type of information about something, and if not, I can find it quickly. And two, that I'm good at pushing people in the right direction as to what they need to do. Or, just my opinions usually matter a lot more than I think they do. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, both of those are definitely right, because you have definitely pushed me. So, and I am so grateful for that. I really, really am. So when you started your business, how did you gel everything to get that business started? I mean, I know that you've always wanted to help people and that was your thing, but to be able to start your own business, how did you?
So actually, before I officially launched my business, I had two clients that I had been working with for over 3 years.
Okay.
So I have a girl who is she's a natural stylist, and she does locks. And so she just came to me one day, like I used to hang out with her all the time. She's like, listen, I need to increase my financial income. She's like, and I'm so unorganized. Like I double book a lot of people. I'm having difficulties with, booking everybody in one place. So some people were texting her, some people were calling her, and she couldn't keep up with it. She was like, could you help me? And I was like, sure, that's easy. Like make this, put these things, implement these things, and then move forward. So her, and then I have another client who is doing a Stop the Killing initiative. And so he's called me several times just to create documents for him to get his personal business. He has another business, get that organized. And so I started to see the need for people that needed these things and didn't necessarily know what to do. Like social media is a great place to market for free. And a lot of businesses don't do it. If you ever seen a post on it, like, hey, I'm looking for a hairstylist, right? They will tag a person. I personally don't want to be your friend. I just want to be in touch with your business. So I started to see that a lot of times people are not utilizing a business page on social media, or, their personal life is kind of mixed with their business life, when in some aspects it's good and sometimes it's a real negative situation. So what I did was I decided, I was like, okay, so let me use these things that I have from my corporate job and from just my personal passion for things and put them together to be able to do a virtual assistant. Virtual assistant work is not new. It's been going for some time. It's more popular now with COVID and everything and whatnot going on. But it is just a thing where the market for it is not saturated, because there are so many businesses out there. There are so many people that just need help with basic stuff, organization, setting up apps, putting systems together so that they can be effective in their business or in their personal hobbies, to be able to move forward.
Wow. So do you find that it's easier to, with things going on now, networking plays a very important role in what we do. So do you find that it's not really hard for you to find other people that need your services? through networking, or are you doing this more of like, okay, I'm gonna talk to this person and maybe I can come in and work like you did when you were younger, going to different businesses? Although we can't, like, physically, some areas we
Just to
can't
go, yeah.
physically go. But do you find it's easier to go and look for businesses or individuals that would work a little better?
So what I do is, one, I go by word of mouth. So I have people who I've helped and who I have been in contact with or know what I do, and a lot of them refer people to me. I do not necessarily cold call, but I will see a situation, like for instance, I spoke with a young man who runs a clothing company. He has his own line, and I had inboxed him, right? And I inboxed him a whole week later, and I happened to see him, and I was like, "Hey, I inboxed you like a week ago. You know, what's going on?" He was like, "Oh, I didn't see that. I don't really keep up with my inbox." And I was like, you're losing potential customers if you can't answer customers' questions. And so from that, we were able to set up a consultation. And so here coming forward, hopefully he'll be a new client of mine. But right now it's word of mouth, just kind of sharing a little bit of information, a little bit about the things I'm doing, like doing this right now, are ways that I'm marketing myself.
Wow. So tell me how you came up with the name for your company.
So my name is Andreda Baker, and it was so many things. Like, it could be this, it could be that, or whatever. I am a virtual assistant, but I feel like instead of saying virtual assistants, I offer virtual services because I'm a resource. So people call me a lot of times, or people post on my social media page, "Hey, do you know, I know you know where XYZ is."
Right.
So instead of saying a virtual assistant, I provide virtual services. So I don't have to be right there with you, but I can do the research if you need. I can find things. I know a wealth of people. I've worked, like I said, in customer service for over 20 years with the public. So I've come in contact with a lot of different people. And I try to keep those things with me and share that back out to other people.
Okay. So if you would hire someone to help you, what position would that be?
So my ultimate goal is to create an enterprise where I would have multiple other virtual assistants that do things that I may not do. Like, I don't do copywriting. I don't do publishing. I don't do, there's some other things, like I do website work, but it's basic. So I don't do coding. So I create websites that the client, their stuff, will be able to maintain once they're done. And you don't have to know any coding, but I do have friends who do like real graphic design work. So I would like to, and I am going to, my goal is to build a team of people, just in all aspects, even other virtual assistants, because sometimes you're too busy and you might have, your client might be booked. You got to be able to give these people, still give somebody that's going to give them quality work.
Right, right. You and I were talking a little while ago about virtual business cards. So is that something that you would add on to what you are doing now?
I
And tell us a
definitely
little bit about that virtual business card.
So what a virtual business card is, it can be presented in several different ways. There's what they call, if you're familiar with your phone, like a Google Pay or a Tap Pay, that technology is called NFC technology. And so what it does is it sends some type of ping to your phone, and it gives you information, or it shares information. So they have now, which is very popular right now, is a business card that when you go out and you're out talking with people or whatever and networking, instead of giving them a piece of paper, you say, "Hey, let me just see your phone," because everybody has their phone, and you're able to take this business card and tap it onto their phone, and it basically gives them a link for all of your social media, website, personal site, and it'll give them what they call a V card. So it'll add a contact to your phone. So mine says A. Baker Virtual Services. It has a picture of me, and all that will be integrated into your phone, and then you will be able to find me from there. Now, I don't think that regular business cards are dead, but this is definitely a new technology way, as well as it's a way to kind of exchange information really quickly. So you don't have to hold a stack of business cards in your pocket. As long as somebody has a smartphone, you can tap and keep going. That way, one, they can visually see you when they pull up, like, "Oh, okay, I remember I talked to this young lady at XYZ. This definitely is something that I think that everybody would benefit from. They're pretty simple and easy to make, and it's something that I think kind of technology wise, like everything is going to your cell phone. Like, what do you do when you get a business card? Usually I take a picture of it and I give it back. Or
That's
I might
a
just
good idea though.
or I might just go ahead and input the information into my phone and give it back. Because that piece of paper for me is going to get lost. I'm not going to have it. I'm going to lose it. And then I'm not going to remember like who was the person or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This virtual business card gives you a little bit of a different option. Like I said, I don't think the regular business card is dead, because you do have some clientele or some people who just are better with pen and paper. They want to physically hold something versus
Like
something
me.
virtual, but it is a good add-on to your business.
That sounds, we're gonna have to talk about that virtual business.
Definitely.
I mean, I have tons of cards, and in fact, I just cleaned out my business cards. Some people I remembered, some people I didn't, some people I needed to follow up on. So I get it. It would be easier for me to learn how to do that, so that I would be able to keep up with them a lot easier. So can you put your picture? Would you be able to put your picture on there?
Yes. So it actually looks like a regular business card. I have some on order I haven't received, but it looks just like a regular business card. It's the same thing like if you work in a company and when you go through, you tap to get into the building or whatever. It's the same type of card like that. And then what happens is they send the information. The information, depending on where you store it at, it looks like kind of like a website. And it just has like your picture on the top and then your information. You also can have it where it'll integrate into your contacts. So in your contacts you can add a picture. I advise that you add a picture because people remember pictures better than they remember names or whatever. They'll be like, okay, I associate that face with Nessyp. So yes, those are definitely options. It's all types of things you can do. You can use it to send people coupons, and it really has an unlimited capability as far as not only promoting for yourself, but marketing as well.
Okay. So I told you guys, she is a wealth of information, trust me. Andreda, tell everybody how we are to get in touch with you and to use your services. I'm using her services right now. Tell us everybody how to get in touch with you.
You can check me out. My website is www.andredabaker.com, ANDREDA Baker.com. I'm also on Facebook at facebook.com/A Baker Virtual Services. So capital A Baker Virtual Services. You also can Google me. I'm Googleable, however that goes. And it'll pull up all that information, my website, my Facebook page. And so that's how you can get in contact with me.
I am so excited for you and your business because, like I said, I have utilized your services, and the things that you have helped me with is unsurmountable. I mean, I can't even, it's like, oh my God, I didn't know I could do this. So that you have taught me so much, and you have no idea how much I appreciate it. You really have. This has been such an awesome interview. Thank you so much for coming in to talk to me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you gotta come back. You know that, because I'm quite sure technology changes every day, and I know you change every day with what's going on. So we are definitely going to ask you to come back. Definitely.
Absolutely. I'm on the roster to come back.
Yes, ma'am. You definitely are. So there you have it, you guys. This has been Nessyp of Nessyp Entertainment. We're going to ask you to come back. Look for this young lady. She is about to blow completely up. We are so excited to have her. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Back to you in the studio.